Welcome back to Vidhammer. We've got another Insomnia Solutions run going on, and I'm going to try to make this one as quick as I can, so we're going to jump right into it. I went back to town. I'm not going to do any donations to the tree, even though Scronch leveled up. He took the perk to remove 4 zeros from his deck, so his deck looking really nice as far as that stuff goes. Figure he's the one who actually could benefit from getting blessed by the tree the most. Unfortunately, he bought the heater shield and the iron helm after that ×2 made him discard a card last time. Figured it was a good investment. And as such, he doesn't have enough money. He only has 1 gold left. Since he leveled up, that actually puts him, Scronch at level 3 and Nargle at level 2, which means the enemies that I face are now going to be level 3 enemies. Because with my level being average 2.5, cut in half to 1.25, rounded up to 2, and then playing solo mode, you increase that by 1. So I was looking at things saying, yeah, it's probably going to be kind of tough, this being the first round where I have to notch things up a bit. So in the city and road encounters, I kind of went sissy mode, and it actually paid off. There was a pie eating contest where I decided not to engage, but just to let the sailors win. It ended up being a better outlook for me, because I would have lost a check mark apiece either way if I'd continued, but I didn't gain anything out of it. Then on the road, they saw the flock of birds, which I decided not to take a shot at. I'm like, there's a chance things could go wrong. Yeah, and it would have if I had. So being a sissy actually paid out big time on that one. I didn't end up with any negative status effects or anything like that, but I didn't gain any money or reputation either at the same time. We're gonna hop into the diamond mine, because after the Inox encampment gave me so much trouble, I figured they kind of sympathize with Jaxxara's hatred of those guys, so they're like, yeah, we'll go find the diamond. And of course Scronch wants to meet all types of new creatures and kill them. Perk-wise, Nargle has got Neutralizer to cause a trap to be sprung on his turn, and Scronch has Opener be the first to kill a monster during the scenario, which will be a little easier since it's open knowledge for me, but of course I'm fighting everything in 1 notch more difficult. I've got my first turn already planned out. At least I thought I did until the hounds ended up going before me. But Scronch was going at 8 and Nargle at 27. Scronch was going to try to go fast, but no, the hounds got 7. So that kind of screwed up our plan, but we'll see how it works out. Oh, we'll read the actual intro. How about that? Ignoring Argisa's warnings, you head to the diamond mine. Sinister machinations is, of course, a troubling phrase to throw around, but the phrase considerable reward trumps that in a heartbeat. Heading into the damp underground cavern, you were expecting to find a few scraggly vermlings to make easy work of. You certainly weren't expecting a pack of vicious hounds guarding the entrance. Finding this diamond may prove to be more difficult than originally anticipated. So I'd say let's go in and smack these guys, but they're going to go first and smack me. But they're not going to attack. They're doing move +0 and then muddle all adjacent enemies, so they're all going to get muddled, but they're not going to get attacked. And the irritating thing about the hounds, they're 8 health either way. I've decided to view them top down like this. I figure it might be better for the overhead camera. And since I don't have a way of putting the elite backer on there, I've cut some little yellow backgrounds. So you know this guy is elite and these 2 are normal. So with the elite being first and Scronch being the lower initiative, this guy is going to move here. And he will muddle both of them, so now both of them have to have disadvantage for this entire round. And then number 1 is going to come down here, and number 3 is going to come over here. Then we're over to Mr. Scronch. Scronch was going to try to shoot things that were away from it, but they're both up in his face, but he's muddled and is going to have disadvantage anyway, so it doesn't matter. All that matters is the target. Since the elite has the potential to do more damage next turn, he's going to use the bottom of Perverse Edge to go ahead and stun the elite. It's at disadvantage, -1 or +1. It's going to be an attack of 1, -1, which is an attack of 0, but it is going to stun the elite, number 4. Since we probably aren't going to get away from 1, we're going to go ahead and immobilize number 3, because I remember what Nargle is going to do. We're going to do an attack of 2 at disadvantage, which is going to be a miss. Well, the attack misses, so our immobilize does not happen either, unfortunately. But we do get an experience, and it would also take blue out, but blue was already out. So we didn't get an immobilize on that guy, which kind of sucked, but oh well. I was planning to have Nargle jump to the back and then range attack since these guys retaliate. But actually, given that there's a retaliate, I believe this guy should get his retaliate on Scronch. A retaliate of 2, that'll take him down 2. Alright. So, given that that's not going to be good sauce, retaliate is bad, I'm going to go ahead and have him jump 3, go 1, 2, 3 over to here, and then do a ranged attack at the elite in the middle. Yeah, they all have the same health, so why not? Go ahead and do the ranged attack at the elite. We're going to gain an experience for that. And of course he's disadvantaged because of the muddle. +0/+0, it's an attack of 3, so he'll take 3 damage on that. And that'll be it for that turn, and we're over to next round. And we're no longer muddled. Well, I realized that was some pretty poor decisions in where I chose to put this guy last round, because he needs to get the first kill. So I've thought about things, and I think I've got a decent idea, so we're going to go with it. Nargle's at 10, Scronch is at 29, and the Hounds are going 72 with some Pierce attacks. Attack and then move and then attack again. That is not fun at all, considering the Pierce. So, yeah, alright. Nargle's going to be up first. He's going to use the bottom half of his trample to simply move 2 to there. And then he's going to do an attack 2 disarm on number 1. They're not muddled anymore, so it's just a straight attack of 2 and a disarm for wolf number 1. Next up is going to be Scronch. And I think we're just going to have him slide over and stun that third guy. So we're going to use the bottom of feedback loop to slide over 1. And then we're going to do an attack of 3. With that is going to make it stun and gain an experience. And we'll do an attack of 3 on this guy. +1 will actually be an attack of 4. 4 and stunned for number 3. Then we're over to the Hounds. The elite is stunned, does nothing. Number 1 is disarmed, so it will try to attack Nargle, move 2, and then attack Nargle again. But it's disarmed, so it can't do any attacks. And then we're over to number 3, who is also stunned, so we'll get rid of those, but no damage dealt this turn, happily. Let's go over to the next round and see if Nargle can manage, or Scronch can manage to get a kill on one of these guys. I'm regretting not using Scronch's Poison Dagger last round. Trying to get him to get the first kill is a bit of a pain in the butt. But I've got myself some options, I think. Nargle's going to go 18 and Scronch at 20. Hounds are going 26. Move +0, attack +0. Okay. I don't think that's going to be too bad then. We're going to have Nargle do the top half of Juggernaut for a move 2, attack 2. To move 2, but he's going to use his Boots of Striding to go 2 more. Then he's going to do an attack 2 on the elite. Times 2, that's 4. But the elite has only taken 3, so that puts him to 7. The elite's still alive, yay! And it retaliates for 2. Then we're going to do the bottom of Eye for an Eye to heal at range 1 to heal Scronch for 2. That'll bring him up to 7. That's it for him. Then we're over to Mr. Scronch. We will use the top half of Scurry to do an attack on number 4. Attack of 2, +1 is an attack of 3. That's enough to kill off number 4, which means it's dead, so it does not get to retaliate, which is perfectly fine by me. Then we're going to use the bottom half of the mind's weakness to attack number 3. I'm going to use my poison dagger now. So we will wound him and we will poison him. That's always a fun combination. And we'll do an attack of 1. +2, that's 3. He already had 4, so he is also at 7. Awesome. The wound is actually going to kill him on his turn. But at the end of the turn, or end of the turn or beginning of next turn. I think it's at the beginning of next turn. The number 3 does get a retaliate on Scronch for 1, so he will take 1 damage. I don't remember if I took the retaliate damage from the elite onto Nargle when he did his attack. He's at 9 health now, which means he's taken 3, but I think he's hit the elite once and a regular once. No, I'm pretty sure I took it. Never mind. We are over to the hounds now. Number 1's going to attack Nargle. Number 3 is going to attack Scronch. And it's just, that's how it's going to be. Attacks of 2 apiece. Number 1 first against Nargle, an attack of 2. +1 is an attack of 3. So his hide armor will activate, giving him a shield of 1. So he'll take 2 damage. And then the other one is going to attack Mr. Scronch for 2 -1, which is 1. He's going to use his heater shield to take that other one so he doesn't take any damage. And that is the end of that round. Beginning of next round, this hound is going to take 1 additional damage and die. And I should have some coins out there on the ground. I think we're looking good for next round. We're going to go 27 for Scronch, 87 for Nargle. Hound is going to move at 19. Oh, look. Add +2 attack if the target is adjacent to any of the Hound allies. They're both dead. So he's just going to do a move +0, attack +0. And he's going first, so he's just straight up going to attack Nargle for 2. -1 is 1, and hide armor will tick for the second time to get rid of that. So we're not taking any damage. And then we're doing some damage, and hopefully doing some healing, because Scronch is going to use the bottom of Fearsome Blade to move forward 1 and grab that coin, because he's a money-grubbing bastard. And then for the top half, we're going to bring out Silent Scream as his augment, which is an attack of 2, and on his attacks, he gains heal 2 at a range of 2. This is his level 3 upgrade card. We're doing an attack of 2, +1, that's an attack of 3, so he's going to have 5 damage on him. And we will heal at a range of 2, so we will heal Nargle for 2, bringing him up to 9. Because they're both going to take a long rest before they open that door, so that should get Scronch up to full, and hopefully, yeah, that'll get him at least close. Now over to Mr. Nargle himself, who is going to use the bottom half of this to move 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, just to do a roundabout. And then he's going to do an attack X, where it's the number of squares he's moved, so he's going to do an attack of 4. +2, that's 6. That's going to send him packing, plus gain experience. That'll kill that guy off and bring out another coin. And that's what we wanted, so now we've got enough time to move next round, do a long rest afterwards. We'll be ready to go in after that one. So, let's do that. Next round, 14 and 35. Scronch is going to say, "Hey, buddy, guess who held on to his Loot 1 card? Doot, money-grubbing bastard, that's who." And that's the top of Into the Night to loot, and then he's going to move 4, so he'll go forward 2. That'll be the end of his turn. Then we've got Nargle. Nargle is just going to step 1 forward and weep at the lack of coins that he has. And then both of them are going to long rest for their next turn. So we will discard a card and get our stuff back and heal up and get ready to go through that door. Okay, next turn. I kind of think I have a plan, which means it's probably about to go to crap. But Nargle at 77, Scronch at 82. Nargle is going to try to do his big Wonder Charge, and he's going to use Grab and Go to move 4, plus his Boots of Striding to move 6, so that he could then do an attack of 6. Let's see if this works. First we're going to move in here, and we're going to populate. You move through a tight crawl space, clearly more suited to the rat-like vermlings, into a large chamber full of rubble and vermling miners on high alert. Toward the back of the chamber, a man in a dark robe cracks a whip and begins spitting orders at the miners, who turn their pickaxes away from the stone walls and toward you. I think we're just going to go for the boss. 2 characters, which means he has 22 health. He is not immune to poison, but I don't think I'm going to be able to poison him this round. But he gets the rest of his move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he had one more left. We're not going to worry about it. Get up, do the attack, gain the experience. Attack of 6, -1, that's an attack of 5. Nothing else I can go towards it, so he just straight up is going to take 5. This guy's special is that he summons vermlings. So he'll summon 2 if he has the chance to. There's a coin in that spot, and you actually don't summon into a spot that has anything in it. Which means if I use his mountain hammer to summon here, then the Overseer does not have the chance to actually summon. So I wish I could wait for Scronch to get up there and get in and actually do some poisoning, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I don't know what initiatives they go at, but I'm sure they're lower than 82. So we're going to go ahead and have him use the mountain hammer and bring out the hammer spawn. It's hammer time! So now we got to see what they're going to do. Scouts are going 79 with attack -1 at a range of 4 and targeting 2 creatures. But they're not moving. At a range of 4, they're going to shoot the hammer and kill it. Oh well, so much for that. But 79, hey, 82 almost could have gotten Scronch up there. And the boss is going to special 1, which is all scouts are going to act again. They're all going to shoot twice. They're not going to move at range 4. Both of them are going to shoot Nargle. Both of them are going to shoot the hammer. The hammer is probably going to die. And then they will shoot again, which means Nargle has just become a pincushion. 3 is going to attack at a -1, so his normal is 3, so he's going to attack at 2. He can attack 2 targets, so he can attack both of them. So the shot against the hammer is +1, so that's 3 damage. It has 4 health, so still don't see how it's going to survive. But then an attack of 2 against Nargle. That's a miss. I really needed that on the hammer, but oh well. Then number 10 is going to do the same thing, an attack to each. An attack of 3 against the hammer. The hammer is down. That did a lot of good. Yay. And then an attack of 2 against Nargle. +0, it's just an attack of 2. The hide armor will activate and take 1 of that, and then he will take 1. That's going to help, because the hide armor is going to help out a lot now. The other elite won't move. Then the 2 normals will attack at an attack of 1. The first one, all of it at Nargle. Attack of 1, he already has a shield of 1, that does no damage. The second one, an attack of 1, +2, that will trigger the hide armor again. 1 damage will get through, but Nargle now has a shield of 2 for the rest of this round. Yeah, we're going to need that. We're going to use the bottom of Fearsome Blade and the Boots of Striding to move 4. It's just a regular move of 2, +2 more. So I looked at things a little bit, and I'm going to change it up a tad. I was going to move forward and try to bring my rat swarm out, so my rat swarm could run around and try to poison that guy next turn. But given that my other card has got a push 3 on it, I'm going to use the bottom of Gnawing Horde to move 4, plus my Boots of Striding to make it a move of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to get me up there. Then I'm going to do Fearsome Blade with an attack of 2. I'm going to use my Poison Dagger in order to poison this guy. So we will do an attack of 2. It's a melee attack, which means I get to heal at a range, heal 2 at a range of 2, which will heal Nargle if this hits. -1, it's an attack of 2, so I'm only doing 1 damage, but I am poisoning him as well because he is not immune to poison. He's immune to a lot of stuff, but he's not immune to poison. I get an experience for that. And we will push him 3, which from where he is, he'll push 1, 2, 3, and push him back into that trap, which sets the trap off, which means he takes 4 more damage. Actually, since we are playing at scenario level 2 with monster level 3, the trap damage is actually 5. Yay! That's a successful melee attack, so we get a heal. We will heal Nargle for 2. Then, since the pincushion is coming in and he's the guy who's shield, we're going to use our invisibility cloak to go invisible. So we just used lots of stuff on that round. I'm going invisible. I'm going to throw that out. Finally, since I do want to bring out my rat swarm, but I've already used the card, I'm going to go ahead and use my stamina potion to regain both of those cards I just used. And hopefully they will help me on the next round. That's all for him. Then it's boss's turn. Boss special 1. All of the vermlings go again. So he is invisible. So all of the shots will be coming at Nargle. They would target 2 things, but there's no 2 things for them to target. So we've got 2 elites and 2 normal shots on Nargle. Elite shots are doing 3 -1 for 2 damage. First one, -2 is 0. Second one, +0, but he still has a shield of 2 active from his hide armor triggering twice. Then the small ones, one's going to be 0 damage. +1 is going to be 2 damage, but still with the double shield, no damage at all. No damage taken. That couldn't have gone better for a first round, but I always say those things and it comes back to screw me, so let's see how it goes. It's the end of this round. Let's go to the next one. Okay, we're ready for the next round. I think I've got another interesting, possibly, idea. We're going to try to have Scronch push this guy down so Nargle can come over and push him into the trap. Because Nargle needs to set off a trap on his turn. I think he's either going to be doing it either with the Overseer, hopefully, or he might have to settle for pushing one of these little guys into it, depending on where things end up. But Scronch going 27, Nargle going 32. I'm trying to keep as close together as possible because I don't want things to move in between it. The Scouts are going at 29, right in the middle. Okay, move -1, attack -1 at a range of 3, so oh well. The boss is going 52, range 3, targeting 2 people with his attacks. And his attack is equal to the number of scouts present, which is 5. That's rough. I think it's going to get a little messy, but we got to do what we gotta. We're still going to stick with our original plan, which means Scronch is going to use bottom of feedback loop to jump 4. Picking up that coin. Then we'll do an attack of 2. He's poisoned, that's an attack of 3. +1 is 4. He's hurt. Oh, holy cow. He's hurt a lot more than I planned. And he'll gain an experience. And we push him 3. We'll push him 1, 2, 3 to right there. End of his turn, he becomes visible again. Then the pain comes in with the scouts. Starting with this one, he's not within range 3, so he will move 3. 1, 2, that would actually move him out of range. So he will stay there, and he will take a shot. Attack -1, so it's an attack of 2. +1, that's an attack of 3. He goes down to 8. Number 4, 1, 2, 3. He'll take the shot for 2. +1 is another hit for 3. Okay, he's down to 5. Then number 10 is going to take his shot for 2. -1 for 1. Puts him at 4. Then the non-elite, he'll do his attack against Scronch for an attack of 1. -2 is nothing, and then an attack of 1 on Nargle. +0 is just 1, so he'll go down to 3 health. All right. Also, unfortunately, the melee attack here, he did get a heal range 2, but Nargle's outside of range 2. Oh well. And we don't feel like healing the Overseer. Sorry. Then it's going to be Nargle's turn. He is going to jump to right there. That'll bring that out at the end of this turn, and that's gone by now. Then we'll do an attack of 3, push 2 on the Overseer. Attack of 3, poison makes an attack of 4, +1. That's an attack of 5. That means he's already at 20. We will push him 2 into the trap where he will take 5 more, and that's 25. That's enough. He only had 22. He is dead. Good job. That worked out very well, and I know there's some pain coming soon, but the boss isn't going to get his damage 5 attacks, and we're going to use that minor healing potion to heal for 3 right now to bring him back up to 6. We also, since we got a kill, Necklace of Teeth triggers to heal him for 1 more. And he got his perk for activating a trap on his turn. All we have to do now is loot the treasure. Would be nice to pick up as many coins as possible. We'll see how that goes. Boss is dead, hounds are dead, vermlings are the only thing that are left. All we got to do is get them under control by killing them. Okay, next round is up, and I think Scronch is going to try for an alternative healing method. We're going to try to weaken both of these guys enough so that when he steps here, he can do his powered up skewer and kill them both and effectively heal Nargle for 2. We'll see if that works out. It depends on how horrible 35 move +1 jump and loot in a range of 1, which means these guys' move is going to be 5. Scronch is going first. He's going to do the bottom of Perverse Edge for a range 2 stun on this guy. It's an attack of 1, +1, that's 2. That's kind of what we needed. That helps things out a little bit. He also gets stunned. Then the top half is going to be Hostile Takeover for a range 4, Immobilize. That's an attack of 2, -2. That's what we didn't want. Oh well. Nargle up next at 10. We're going to use the bottom part of this just to move 1 to there. Then we're going to use the top of Skewer to consume that to do an attack of 4 in that line. So first we got an attack against number 1, who's the guy who's damaged. 4 +0. That will kill him because he only has 5. He had 3 left. So he dies and drops a coin. But unless we get a +1 on the next attack, we also get an experience for that. Doop. Unless we get a +1, +1. So that's going to do 5 damage to this guy, which is enough to kill him outright. And he drops a coin. Yay! That's also 2 kills for Nargle, so Necklace of Teeth heals him for 2 more, and he's up to 9. Now we're over to these guys. Starting with him, he's going to jump at a move of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. He'll jump all the way over there to be next to Mr. Nargle, his focus. And then he will do nothing. He will loot at a range of 1. Next up is number 4. He will jump over here, and then he will loot. And the last guy, 2, 3, is closer to Scronch, so he will jump here and loot that coin. And no, he does not get to loot the treasure and make it impossible for me to win. Hey, extra coin for Nargle, which he forgot that he even had. End of that turn. Let's go to the next one. Nargle's going 10, Scronch is going 14. I think he's going to pop the rat swarm out this time. Nargle doesn't plan on doing anything except grabbing money, because that's what he wants to do. Grab it before it's gone. And the Vermlings are move -1 attack +1, so they're kind of gonna hit hard, but that's okay, not until late. Nargle is going to go first. He is going to use the bottom half of Provoking Roar to step forward 1, and then he will use Grab and Go to loot 1 and get all 3 of those. Scronch will be next, and we will do a step back of 1 into this space to grab that coin, and then we're going to summon the rat swarm right there. Next up is the scouts, starting with the first elite, who will step forward 1 and do an attack +1. That's an attack of 4 on Nargle. That's a miss. We'll take it. The next one will step up and also do an attack of 4, though. -1, that's an attack of 3. Then the last one will do an attack on the rat swarm, an attack of 4. Oh, +2. That's 6. Rat swarm down. No attacks for you, dude. Okay, I was planning on attacking and healing that rat swarm as well. Oh well, they had different plans. End of that turn. Let's see if we can pick up any more coins before we have to get out of here. Alright, next round. Scronch is down to his last 2 cards. He's going 29. Nargle's going to go 18. Scouts are going 92. Attack +2 and poison. Was planning on having Nargle do a little jump, pull back, and retaliate for 2. But being as how the scouts are not going to move, we're going to change that plan. Yep. He's going first. He's going to use the top half for Leaping Charge just to attack both of those for an attack of 3. First attack on number 3. That's a hit of 4. And then we got the same on number 4, which is going to be 3. 3 gets 4, 4 gets 3. And we're going to use the bottom half of this card to move back 2. Bye, guys. See you later. Given the situation, it's not worth it for Scronch to move up and actually attack. Even though he'd be able to heal 2, he's going to take 6 damage in the process and get poisoned. There's no reason of doing that. So his turn, he's going to sit there and just turn around and take a whiz in the corner. Right there on the wall, right in the crack. So it just trickles down, makes a nice little puddle. And he looks at the other Vermlings and says, "See, that's how you do it. This is my territory now. I just marked it, suckers." Over to the scouts' turn. They do not move, which means they're not in range. They attack, they don't do anything, and we're over to the next round. Scronch is going to have to short rest because he is out of cards. Screw that. Scronch is actually going to long rest. He's in the corner. He's going to be happy and safe. He's long resting. Yeah. He's going to sit there and bed down right in the middle of his own piss, right next to that chest. The other Vermlings are so pissed at him right now. Pun intended. Okay, Nargle is going to try to play some safe stuff here. We'll see if it works out. He's going 27. Maybe the scouts are going slower than that. It'd be nice because he's going to bring out his big shield, his invulnerability shield, if he can. 35. Yes, we're fine with that. They're jumping and looting. They're not even attacking. Oh, Nargle is going at 27. He's going to not move. He's going to bring out the bottom of Juggernaut so that the next 3 sources of damage that to you he suffers no damage instead, even though he's not taking any damage this time. Then he's going to chuck his spare dagger. He'll chuck it at number 3 out here, and maybe we'll get a kill. It's an attack of 3. Still haven't got any reshuffles, attack of 3, plus 0 is 3. He had taken 4, that's 7. So number 3 is dead and coined up. There you go, buddy. Then it's going to be the Vermling Scouts. They're going to jump and they're going to do stuff. They're going to try to get close. He's going to move up there, and he's going to move up here. They're each going to loot range 1, but there's nothing within range 1. And that's end of the round. We got to finish our long rest for Mr. Scronch and get some of his items back, at least the ones he can use again, and reshuffle this deck, but we got to lose a card as well. Since the scenario doesn't end until this is looted, we're just going to try to kill off both the Vermlings and then see if we've got enough to go get stuff. I thought about having him jump out here and loot, but I'm like, it's better if he just kills off the bad guys now, then take a look and see how many turns they've got left. So we're going 29 for Scronch, 32 for Nargle, and Scouts just had a reshuffle. And they are going 69, move -1, attack +1, which is kind of a beefy attack. That is an attack of 5. So they're not going until last, though. Maybe we can kill one of them off. Scronch is going to go, and he's going to do 2 attacks. He's going to use the bottom of the mind's weakness to do an attack of 1. He'll go ahead and use his poison dagger to add to that. We're getting down to the last few cards. There's a ×2 and a miss in there. Still +0. Okay, fine. It's an attack of 1, so number 10 gets hit for 1, and number 10 is poisoned. And he has a wound because of the bottom of that card. I'm going to use the top for an attack of 3. There's the miss. But we did do a melee attack against him, which means we get a heal 2 at a range of 2, so we will heal Mr. Nargle for 2 to bring him up to 8. Then it is his turn. We'll use the bottom of this card for a move nothing, and we'll use the top of this card for an attack 3, because we gain an experience in the process. Why not gain experience? Attack of 3 will go at number 10 since he's poisoned. Attack of 3 -1, or attack of 3 plus poison is 4, -1 is 3. But that was all for them, which means they're going to get both of their attacks. First one is actually going to go against Scronch with an attack of 3 plus 1 is 4, plus another one is 5. Oh, we'll Heater Shield to bring it down to 4, but that's still half of his health. And then the next one up against Mr. Nargle, again attack of 4, -1 is an attack of 3. That brings him down to 5. And that's the end of that round. Okay, we got some choices made. I think we get some decent options. Going 10 and 27, and the Scouts are going 29. Move -1, attack -1 at range 3, which means they'll try to back up, but they'll have already been attacked at that time. I don't think it's going to be too bad. Mr. Nargle's going first at 10. He is going to do a disarm, top of Provoking Roar on number 4. That's an attack of 2. ×2, that's an attack of 4. And he had already taken 3, so that is actually 7 damage, and he is down, and a coin in his place. And with Necklace of Teeth, he will regain 1, which means he might as well use this to move forward 1 and grab that coin. Then we're over to Mr. Scronch at 27, just before the Scout. It's an attack of 2, +1, that's an attack of 3. He has poison, it's actually an attack of 4. So that's enough to kill him off, and he drops a coin where he is. But then he's going to jump 4 with Feedback Loop and go 1, 2, 3, 4 boots of speed to go 1 more. So now it's just picking up coins. So this round we're going 14 and 27. 14 is just going to be loot at range 1 to get that one. And then the bottom of Hostile Takeover to move 2 to get that coin. E is just going to step forward 2 with either card and get that one and be ready for his next round. And Scronch is out of cards, so he's going to go ahead and long rest at the end of this round. Nargle's going to do the last turn. He's going to burn this card for 6 to move 6 and 1 experience. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then the top half of Grab and Go to loot range 1 to get that coin. that's that coin. End of that round. We grab the treasure and cool things. With the Overseer dead and the diamond in hand, you head back to Jexera to claim your reward. Her bodyguards escort you inside the manor, where you find her somehow different, more harrowed and grim. Wonderful. She exchanges the diamond for a large purse full of coins. This will serve beautifully as a focus for the incantations. I wonder if the cultists even knew what they had here. With this, I can summon an entire army of undead. She turns to you with a strange glint in her eye. So then, are you ready to overthrow the military of Gloomhaven and put control of the city into the hands of the Merchants Guild? Or do you not have the stomach to effect real change? We gain 20 gold each and +1 prosperity, which is cool. I don't think it's enough to get us up to the next notch, but it's always good. Global achievement that the dead invade. And then we have Gloomhaven Square A or Gloomhaven Square B as to, it looks like that's whether or not we go along with her plan. But, hey, having the undead come to town isn't necessarily a bad thing, and we got some money out of that. I mean, Jexera is paying the goods. Anyway, tune in for the next one, and until then, keep playing.